Hello, everybody. To start the show off, we will quote Meek Mill as he requested. I used to pray for times like this. We have a CBA, ladies and gentlemen. Cue the Johnny Kemp. Friday night just got paid, even though it's technically a Wednesday morning, but that's not the point. Thank the Lord himself. Hallelujah, somebody. We have
We have a
jobs.
job.
We have jobs.
I'm so excited. When I got up this morning, I
We
don't know
have
what made
jobs.
me go to like Instagram and check, but I just literally went to Instagram and I'm like,
Well, well, I slept in accidentally. I think I set my alarm for PM, not AM. And I just, so I wake up at 9 o'clock or whatever, and I open my phone, like press the lock screen, and there's just ESPN's notification. I was like, what? I pressed on it so fast. I was like, is this real?
Well,
I
I'll
thought I
laugh
was
with
dreaming still sleeping.
I'll laugh with y'all. I really woke up middle of the night, saw a notification, and thought it was fake. So I swiped and went to bed. Woke up again at 9 in the morning, around like 9:30, 10, to you guys texting in our group chat about how the thing was signed. And I realized, oh, that was real. I thought I was being played. Cause I read it and it was like, cause it wasn't like all my sports off went off, like apps went off. It was like just one. And it was like, nah, that isn't why. And it wasn't like it was like one of like the bigger ones. It was like one of the smaller. I was like, oh, y'all trying to play me? I was like, oh, okay, sure, yeah, whatever. They signed it. Hee hee.
Yeah, then
Rolled
you open
over.
like Instagram and it's just like
No, I
flooding with
woke I
posts.
woke I
Yeah.
woke up. It was like there was like three texts in our group chat from y'all like, oh my goodness. And then it was like I opened up Instagram like the first 12 posts. I was like, and then I saw next thing and it had like the 85 reshares. I was like, oh, okay. This is real. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah,
It
never any posts
is.
with the WNBA where there was like a whole blanket on the floor. Did you see that in one of the
Yeah, like
one
Yeah.
there
of the
was
pictures of the carousel? Like
yeah, they had
that's
whole
crazy.
things. But safe to say we are thankful for a CBA. Just congrats to
Average
everybody, I guess.
Supermax is 1.4 million.
Yes, I think we will save our who's going where in free agency, who's getting $1 million contracts for next episode.
Of
Because if
course.
you have not noticed what we got on, we have some college jerseys. Because obviously, if you're not aware, March Madness is happening. So, I think we know why I'm wearing the South Carolina. I think we know who I'm picking. But I dare open the floor with just one simple thing. It's really this UConn versus the world. Because y'all, I guess I'll let y'all say officially who you have winning. But I just so who y'all got?
UConn.
UConn.
Q I roll. I will put out a fact for
Well,
y'all.
wait a second. You argued that this is the best UConn team there ever was, and then you're
Yes.
pulling back now.
No,
And if
Right.
it was the best UConn team that there ever was, they would win the championship.
I said if they
And
would
Dawn
championship.
we trust, like he said.
That yes, I'm conflicted because that's the problem. So I have a Don you and Don we trust. I'm riding with Don all the way. At the same time, all I'm saying is if y'all predictions come true, this will be the best UConn team we've ever seen. That's pretty much where I'm at. Full stop. Thanks for coming. But I'm hoping that Don Staley and them pulled up the upset of all upsets and send them packing home in the Final Four. But in all reality, I still believe two truths at the same time. Okay, Gaps. I think Don Jelly could win the whole thing. At the same time, if UConn wins the whole thing, I think they're the best UConn team they've seen. But we will table that argument for if they even win. Because I said if they lose, there goes that. Also, too, I've sort of quieted off the UConn all time take, just knowing that they've had a couple of games for some of the Big East teams where like the first half looked a little ugly. So I'm like, oh,
Ooh.
this. So I'm kind of
We told you.
I know I've kind of that's why I've quietly tried to sneak off the back of the trade, and before I got out the door, you caught me and just snatched me back out. I was like, look, he tried to escape. Guy really was trying to keep the whole UConn greatest ever thing quiet.
But it would be so different if my girl was playing because I was going for USC anyway if my girl was playing. So it would be different.
I
It would we
mean,
would we would have three different answers right now.
yeah, I will say though, USC maybe had the most unluckiest draw being a 19 and having to see South Carolina in the second round, even if they
Mm.
win. Like that's an ugly draw. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. It
That's
really
that's an
is.
ugly draw. But I will say though, like for the grand scheme of things, I don't know if y'all realize, with the March Madness brackets, they said like 46% of people have predicted UConn to win, almost like half of all votes. I mean, do you think it's any team that is a legit threat to UConn? Like, I have to ask because this is
Um,
crazy.
Vandy?
I personally, well, yeah, but I personally think that their biggest, well, they keep saying UCLA, but I just don't believe
No, I
that
don't.
because
Me
they haven't
neither.
changed enough from last year, and we're better than last year. Scary, like in a scary way.
Right.
And then Texas. I The reason I say Texas is because Texas is also they also handed UCLA their only loss of the season.
Hmm.
Real.
Which I believe UCLA will be picked off earlier than the Final Four. I think I picked them as the only number one seed not to advance to the Final Four. Um,
Ooh.
just
I did too,
because,
but we'll talk about that in a second.
yeah. But yeah, no, Texas is probably UConn's scariest opponent if they had to face them.
Hmm. Okay.
I
Okay.
think that's who I have. Do I have that? Hold on, let's go to wait. Let's go.
We were speaking of where UConn loses. I had them losing in the
Oh
Final
yeah, I
Four.
have them in the championship with UConn, Texas.
Okay.
Hmm.
I have
Hmm.
Texas in the
Me,
championship too,
me
but
too.
I have Texas in the championship, so we all agree there. I just have South Carolina beating UConn in the Final Four. I will admit, to the Gap's UCLA point though, I admit my bracket has done something that's almost like history breaking a little bit. I have to go look
Oh wait,
officially.
I don't have them in the final four either.
So wait, where do we all have UCLA losing? Wait, look, I want y'all to go first because mine's kind of wicked. I can't lie.
I have UCLA losing an Elite Eight to LSU.
Okay.
I think I also have them there. I'm gonna double check while you guys are talking.
That is
Just
insane.
Oh.
We have one thing in common.
I don't. So what I did, ladies and gentlemen, I went for a bit of the madness here because I don't know if
oh
you
God.
noticed in the fun facts, only a first, second, or third seed has ever won the national championship.
Hmm.
A
Hmm.
four and a five has been a runner-up. I have Ole Miss going as a five seed to the Final Four. I have them taking UCLA and LSU off. I have UCLA in the Sweet 16 and picking up LSU in the Elite Eight. And I'm trusting Coach Yo on this one with a little bit of madness. And the homie Cody McMahon. I had to make sure I say that right.
Dog. She can score at every level. She can play what, one through four. But for me, it's the other players
Fair.
Hmm. Yeah,
in this
because
moment.
you see,
That's the
yeah,
only thing against when it's against UCLA. I'm not Lauren Betts is not stopping Cody at all. But
no,
like but
it's
we've
like
talked about
Kiki Rice and yeah,
Gianna Neepkins, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We talk about Gabrielle Hawkes. So it's like when if they stop Betts, which is fine, they still
You still
have
have
all
four
these,
other problems.
yeah.
Fair.
yeah.
So that's the only thing. And I love the way Coach Joe, especially when she coaches in March Madness for sure. But that would be the only other thing is who's gonna step up and at least get 15, 16,
See,
get a
and
double double, even if it's a small double double.
fair. And now this is the part where I would look at you and be like, if this is a regular season game, I have no names for you. But because it's March Madness and it's the wildness of March, I'm just praying with my predictions that somebody from God knows where shows up. Like, remember in the LSU Iowa championship? I hate to bring it up because it's known for one other moment. Remember how Jasmine Carson, Loki was just came out the gate just wilding. Like, I'm hoping one of those happens for Ole Miss on
Hmm.
this run. Like,
It takes one game.
it takes one.
It takes one
It
game.
takes one. I will also
You wanna?
ask.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Gaps, because I feel like I had a fun joke, so I'll let you go.
No, go ahead and tell your joke. Sorry.
Okay, no, because I was gonna jokingly ask, does anybody even dare have a 16th, 15th, or 14th seed winning at all?
Absolutely not.
No,
Okay, as long as we're all in agreement.
no.
Maybe in the men's, but
I just
you
wanted to put
can't be
that
doing
out
that now.
there. I had to ask to make sure so I don't look as crazy, because as you guys know, I go to Howard, so unfortunately, someone's gonna look at me crooked that I didn't pick my team, and I will say on record, I go to Howard University. I have no real allegiance to this team right now, just because history says they won't be winning. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. HU, heck no, they not winning versus Ohio State. Respectfully, y'all. I'm just saying,
No,
respectfully, y'all can come get me in the comment section.
no. And it's
But
not even anything about they did what they did in their conference for sure.
nah,
Absolutely. They're dogs. I've seen them play against Providence and they got some dogs on their team for sure. But just when you're going against a defensive team like Ohio State and Kalani Cambridge, man,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know
Mm,
I go to the school, but I'm just
It's just a whole nother level of basketball
it's
when
a
you
whole,
get
no, it's
to
yeah,
Ohio
insane.
State versus like Howard.
yeah,
I
yeah.
will
It's
be
just it
honest.
is.
A different draw versus a different team, I might have had a little more faith, but I was just like, I don't know who out of I don't know what other 2 or 3 seed. I mean, UCLA, I might have been a little wild.
I mean, if they got right, because they might be a little scruffy. You know
Yeah, I
what I'm
mean,
saying? It might be a
UCLA,
little
I
bit.
might have did it. I might have did it. I might have had a separate bracket and been like, they're gonna shock the world. But I was just like, yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't see it. But
I know my team. Shout out to RI.
Mm.
I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna do it.
We think that I also picked them to upset
UI
over
over
this.
Bama. That's my upset of the
Oh, I
that's my
know.
upset.
I have them winning against Bama, but I'm talking about the next round.
Oh no, 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 no. They're 11. They win one game, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. So shout out to the
Respectfully.
squad. Shout out to Coach, Reese. I
Respectfully.
love her. She made me cry in an episode. So I have the utmost respect for her as a coach, as a person, as a human being. And, giving you guys some good vibes before you go into
Fair.
dancing
Fair.
first time in 30 years.
We
So
rock it with
congrats.
you all right. But just history says anything below a 10 seed, you got about one game in you, and then God
Hmm.
bless, thanks for playing.
Yeah, I have definitely have them beaten Alabama
Yeah,
for sure.
Um,
I have URA winning, and the only other double digit seed I have winning, them TQs, baby. For the OGs of the show, you know who I'm referring to. But yes, I have the University of Tennessee upsetting NC State if we're allowed to call an upset because they're a 10 seed. But we're trusting Tennessee. We're trusting
I have
Coach
Tennessee
Caldwell and the Quitters.
losing.
I
I have
mean,
Tennessee
Yeah.
losing because I think North Carolina has a better coach, and that's where I put
North
the
Carolina
line.
State.
NC State,
Yeah, sorry.
You said North Carolina, I was
I'm
like,
a
UNC's a 4 seed. Like I was,
You,
I'm a Wolfpack girl, so
I
I
know,
got them
mm.
beaten.
I know.
Even
But
though
I
they had a
see
little
it.
bit of a rough season, I still
They
think they can do it.
did.
But
And you know me, but I was also, you went to New York City with me. I was so excited to watch Tennessee. Like so excited to watch Tennessee this year and actually see the 5-in, 5-0. It didn't really work that way. It
Hmm.
was a terrible game. Louisville came to play that day.
yes,
So that's when I became a big fan of Amari Berry. But it sucks because we got a taste of it last year, and I know Whitehorn was no longer with the team, and she ran a lot of their offense last year. But it's a bummer to not see the Tennessee team that we know that they could be. Like that really,
Hmm.
like hope. I know they've had some good turnaround games to end the season, so depending on how they start, how they face adversity within the game. Like if they're down 12, are they going to quit? Are they going to give up? Or are they going to be like, you know what, it's only 12. We're going to go possession by possession. So that's what I want to see from Tennessee is how they handle adversity through this dancing.
I just
fair.
don't think they have like the same confidence anymore because of everything they've gone through this
Oh
season.
my word.
That's my biggest issue with them having like winning
I will
against
say
NC
this.
State
I
is
will
the
say this.
confidence.
I mean, they
I'll
looked
tell you.
excited on Selection Sunday when the whole
They all be dancing, which I can't real quick. I
she
don't want to be that
wasn't. She was
guy.
on the steps. She was in the back.
I don't want to be that guy. Real quick though. Why do like the 15, 16 seeds always celebrate? Like I not to be that guy, but like if you're a six like University of Texas San Antonio, legit, they're like getting 16, playing UConn. They're like, yeah. And it's like, why are you like
Well, because it's cool. Like
you
you
I
get
mean
to
I
play
But
guess,
UConn.
but you just signed a death warrant. Like you literally just
you did,
you
but it's like something like we made it to March
Did
Madness.
you
I
see
mean
that tweet that someone that previously this girl who previously had played against UConn as a 16th seed in the tournament, she tweeted something about like towards the other team and said that to enjoy it because yes, they got destroyed by UConn, but it was the coolest like experience of her life. I
I
mean,
mean
this is probably a team they looked up to, a lot of these players,
And
growing
it's
fair.
up.
also
I don't know if I'd more so be they'd be like 60C UTSA plays UConn. I'd be like, oh Lord, we're gonna get killed, Jesus. Like, I
right.
You
mean,
can't say you can't do
like
that on TV though.
I sure would. Why
They
am I
were
gonna
like,
lie? I'm gonna be up there like I'm about to get beat by 50. Like that doesn't make any sense. I don't I don't see why we're about
I
to
do
get
no.
have
50 piece. Like I don't see
I
why
do
we're
have
dancing
I do
on the
have
team.
LSU beating UCLA, by the way, and to go back to that really quick, and the reason was because LSU has beaten Texas this season,
Fair.
and yeah, and that was UCLA's only loss, so I think they
Fair.
could do it.
Gabby said big four. We trust
Sorry,
Flau'jae.
sorry
Was
to
there
go
But
any
back.
matchups for you guys that like you could not pick? Like it was not that you couldn't pick, but it's
Oh,
like, ooh, ah,
Okay.
I would say
hmm.
the Colorado one. Where is
Are we
it?
just first, just strictly first round, or even
No, the
like further
entire
down?
thing,
Okay,
further
okay,
down.
okay. Because I'll
Because there was
say
one in the beginning that was hard for me.
all jokes
Colorado and
aside,
Illinois. I don't know.
all jokes aside, NC State and Tennessee, or would be jokingly called the
It's
TQs.
hard.
That
Yeah.
was one I looked at real hard and was like, because I believe the SEC is the dog pound. So half of what's happened to Tennessee has been playing some insane opponents too. I feel like, and I feel like that, like they've played UConn, they played something like they've played some of these one seed teams and just
Hmm.
gotten chin checked. So I'm like, I feel like that when you now kind of jump out the conference. Plus NC State, yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like they played that first game of the season already, so like they knew who they were playing. So that was one. Further down, the one that really had me, UConn and Vanderbilt, because something in my heart wanted to try to really go for the wild upset, but I couldn't pull the trigger on Vanderbilt. And I realized that I realized if they were in any other, in all honesty, if they were in the UCLA or the Texas, I think I would have picked Vanderbilt to go to the Final Four.
And I'm a big fan of Galvin, man.
But
Big
I
fan of
just,
Aubrey. That was
I feel like they had the
that.
unluckiest draw.
I know it has nothing to do with March Madness, but Vandy picking her up as a freshman
Yeah,
was
wild.
for
I
her
just
to. In the first round for me, I would have to say it was between North Carolina and Maryland. That matchup, the 8 and 9 seed for
That's
me.
32.
eight and
Oh,
nines always
32.
get me. The
Yeah.
eight and nines
Now,
always get
UConn,
me.
Maryland, that would be your round of 32.
Yeah, so
But that one did
so
mess me up
beginning
too. That's
that
why
big
I
one,
know.
that one. So I end up going with Maryland just because I know Brenda and what she is and March Madness. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand, but and I know North Carolina has been on a tear to end the season, but that matchup was hard for me.
Yeah, the
And
4 5s and the 8 9s, they always
and
get me.
another matchup that was hard for me. I'm not even gonna lie, and it's closer down, and I think it was between uh
Oh, I know one that was crazy too with the eight
what is it?
nines. Syracuse, Iowa State. I had to make the
Yes.
bold prediction that Audie Crooks and gang is going home first round, and it felt mean, but like I was just like I think Syracuse is gonna pull a little upset there. I feel like I don't consider 8 to 19s upsets, but like technically not Syracuse is a 9 seed, so
Well, I feel like I think I ended up yeah, I ended up picking Iowa State, but that was also really hard for me to
Yeah.
I was like, but they might beat them, but like I don't know.
And
yeah.
then Duke and LSU in the Sweet 16 was hard for me.
That was mean. I didn't appreciate the way they did that.
I end up picking LSU, of course, but
Me
it was
too.
very hard just
Yeah.
because
It's gonna be
Coach
a good game
Lawson, it is going to be a great game. The
if they
way,
get there.
true,
Yeah,
it's true.
I feel like Duke didn't get a fair shake in the tourney draws either. Um,
Well, I want to go back to the Vanderbilt thing really quick because
What
I don't
you,
know if you guys saw the clip of Gino talking about like just how their draw was unlucky. Sorry. That's
yeah,
what I'm talking
oh,
about.
yeah,
I don't know if you
yeah,
saw the clip, but like he's not wrong. Like if you're getting put as a 2 seed in the overall number one seeds region, then that like would put you at eighth. And I also agree with him. Like I don't believe that they're ranked eighth in like the
no.
country. I believe like they're higher than that.
No, in all reality, if we're going off the how they had the seeds ranked or whatever, I
but they
think
always do this.
no, I they
They
Yeah,
always
because
throw a
they
wrench
want to see them
the year
fight it
with
out.
Juju and Paige. They always do this with one region. It happens
Yeah, because
because they want to
they
see
want to see a matchup. Yep.
I mean,
before the final four.
yeah, because in all reality, if we're going off the one, two, three, four, five, Vanderbilt should have been the 2 seed in the South Carolina region because South Carolina was like the fourth number one seed because they lost the SEC championship. So like technically, that's what should have happened
Hmm.
in all reality. But
Hmm.
they put him with you, like you
Yeah,
said.
I
I
feel
admit
bad for him.
that was one of those. That was one of those. Like you said, it's almost like a little bit of rigging where you're like, let's make sure we can guarantee us a really good matchup. That will be must see TV.
Hmm.
I will say
It's gonna
though,
be insane.
before Vanderbilt plays UConn, another thing I did in my bracket that was insane, and I know y'all gonna be like, of course he would, because as I've said, I believe this is one of the best players to build around in college right now. Although I think Ohio State would beat Howard, I have them losing in the round of 32 to 6 seed Notre Dame. I have Miss
There's no way.
Miss Hannah Hidalgo and the Hidalgettes will make the Sweet 16. That's a bold DJ prediction. Put it in writing, put it
Uh,
on radio, put it on the
she's got to
video.
go off for 83, like bam.
Nah, well,
You pick who? You pick Notre. Oh yeah, no, I picked Ohio State. I'm not. Yeah.
Hannah better be going
But
off
we
for
talked about
83.
this, and it's not anything. It's just about the other players not being ready for this moment. That's the only thing I have the concern with on Notre Dame. Because if they stop, and it's not like they're not going to stop Hannah because Ohio State is a defensive team, regardless, especially that full court press that they run. So if you stop Hannah, someone else is going to have to go. Who is that going to be in this type of
I'm
game, in
telling
this
you,
type of matchup?
like Ole Miss, I'm putting the magical faith out there that someone will step up to the moment. I'm trusting the coach, I'm trusting their star player, and I'm putting my chips that somebody will show up and have a game of a lifetime. That
Okay.
those are my two teams. Those are my two. Everybody else is kind of very much
Just to
very
play Vanderbilt in the
every.
next round?
Yeah, I know. Just to get probably smacked too by Vanderbilt, not to lie. But yeah, like most of my bracket is pretty much intact. It's like ones and twos and threes, nothing crazy. And then it's like they have a Sweet 16 run, and Ole Miss has a Final Four run. But everybody else looks real normal. But those are my two. Those are my two up
Someone's
dark horse
hurt
teams.
right now. Those are your
Yeah.
two dark horse teams.
Those are my two dark horse. Ole Miss, 'cause, like below a 4 seed that's going to Sweet 16, it's literally Ole Miss and Notre Dame. And I mean, I have a
Yeah,
couple fives, but I don't. I'm real like, but like I mean like legit like because like with the
I got
five
but
I
I
got
understand it
Kentucky
because you
in
can just
there.
be a dog and that can get you one game.
and I just because especially the format of this tournament where it's like if one person decides to go on a heater for 3 games, like you've blinked and you've done something. And
Right.
that's why I'm like, all right, like this game is built for some this shenanigans, some performances. So that's why I kind of put my faith in my
Y'all's
two really
pick.
good.
Who did you pick in that matchup with Colorado and Illinois? Who did you say?
I did.
Illinois?
I went Illy. I went
Okay, me
Illinois.
too.
Yeah. I
I
just
went.
I have no faith in anything below a 9 seed. So like I just at this point like I have to put the graphic up in post, but like literally there's a thing and it shows you like how deep each team has gone. And literally like history says pretty much like anything below a 9 seed, you're pretty much just you're like bracket filler almost in a bad way.
Okay, so since we're talking about that type of seeds or whatever,
Hmm.
lower seeds, what player you take in the final four and put him on any lower seed that will bring them to. If you put them on that team, any person in the our picks of the final four, what lower seed would you pick, and what for final four player would you put on that lower seed team to bring them along to be in the final four?
Like how low?
The
What
low
is
Just
the
what
range?
I
just
would say
pick
10 to what 10 to 16,
yeah, basically pick a
but
bottom
pick bottom
team,
seed,
pick
pick
a
bottom
bottom
team.
seed.
Hmm.
Okay.
You know how to throw my rapid fire in there some way.
I say it like this. I say it like this. In all honesty, I know who I'd want to build a team around, but if we're just like taking one player for real.
One player and putting on the way the
If
team is built now. You can't change
I'd
anything
say
else.
this.
You
Yeah,
You
can't
but
ask
change.
me, you
10 and
ask
lower is
me,
tough.
you ask me as
No,
much
it's not.
as much
That's
I just
what makes it
as
hard, Gabby.
as much as I just spent my time talking about how we will not win. If you give my school Sarah Strong, I think we are a different animal. All I'm gonna say, if you put Sarah Strong in a
That's your
bison.
go.
Yep, if you put Sarasota in a
Okay.
Bison jersey, the Howard in my bracket goes from Sweet 16 to the Final Four. That's all I'm finna say, respectfully. Or they go from out in the 64 rather, not Sweet 16. They go from out in the round of 64 to Sarasota's dragged them to the Final Four easily.
I would say putting Sarah Strong on Villanova or Rhode Island.
Give
Ooh.
me. I'm gonna.
See,
Of
C
course,
can really do the URI because you know how
You
that
know,
team
I'm
is
I'm
She's
built.
a
doing.
game.
I'm already doing you. I'm gonna. You know, I'm doing you all right. That's who I'm gonna pick, and I am going to pick. I need to go to guys. I hate technology. I'm trying to go to my bracket to
You
go
know,
to my.
you know, my honorable mention would be because technically the Tennessee is a 10 seed, or as we call them around here, the TQs. Yo, put Olivia Miles on the TQs. Give them a solid point guard to
Mm.
run their offense. I think that would be insane.
Ooh,
I
that
think that would be take a
What
top.
about
that'd be
Hannah? What about Hannah
no.
though? You
I
don't
mean,
want you wouldn't. I
Hannah with
would say
Hannah to
yeah,
me
because I wouldn't say they're all that different than based on what Notre Dame's played like in the past, like Tennessee's
fair,
style.
fair.
It might work.
I'm thinking with that team and what's all's gone on with all the drama, if you can get a legit point guard to just come in and just run your offense and just keep everybody in line, I feel like that's what Tennessee needs right now.
Give me Madison Booker on URI, baby. Give me that.
Oh, that's
Give
a
me
that's a
Madison. Give me Madison because I know how their system. Give me
that's a good
Madison Booker.
answer.
Because they don't need a point guard. Because Miss Vital, she does this. She's not good on both ends. So
See that's where yeah.
they don't need that. Nope. Give
But
I
me
mean,
yeah,
Brooklyn. That's what. Give me Brooklyn
even
up with Coach
KK,
Reese.
even KK could help
Ooh.
Tennessee.
you're
Ooh.
right. That would be a
But
good answer too.
imagine adding a point in Olivia and KK. Oh, well, they're the same. Yeah.
But KK's not like she wouldn't have given up.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
K,
and it's
Mm,
and it's just
the
like
defensive minded that she
yeah,
has.
like
fair.
I know that Olivia is also a little bit defensive too, but
Well,
KK is pretty like she's
It's a
so
different type.
fast.
She's
yeah,
She's
quick.
yes.
You
I would
don't even know
argue.
that she's coming. You don't even realize that she's about to rip the ball
Yeah.
out of your hand.
Yes. I'd argue with KK, you get a legit like traditional
You know,
defense
positive.
pass point guard. Liv, you get
Mm-hmm.
more of a triple double. Like I'm
You
gonna give you 15, 10,
she's
and
a
10.
more of a
Like
true
that's
point guard.
yeah,
Yeah.
she gives more of a I'm gonna run your offense, but also I contribute to the offense. It's like no
Mm-hmm.
disrespect to KK. And I mean we might see this jump next
KK is
year.
like the guard, the point that's gonna do everything on both ends of the floor
Oh,
Fair.
she's gonna
to
have
win
to
the
jump
game.
next year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think we'll
yeah.
see a jump, but like right now, KK is literally the I get everybody who scores the ball.
But it's like I think for her, it's just like it's not time to step up right now.
And that's
No,
what
And
she
I'm
it's
doesn't
like
like,
you
need
get
to.
when you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's not my time to.
yeah.
My time is when my team needs that spark, that energy, that dog. That's when I'm gonna come in and do what I do. And I think she's ready for the next challenge, but it's not needed right now because
Yeah.
then it would be too much. It wouldn't. I don't think it would. It would just like you know how when your girl irritates your soul and she just starts doing things that she doesn't need to be doing, it just creates havoc and then it gives the team opportunity to make
Yeah,
it
like
close. Then you see Gino calling timeouts mad because he's like, "What are you doing?"
yeah,
Yeah.
don't play out of your role.
Yeah, and I mean at this
So
point too,
That's
like what I said, like where Liv's a bit of a like Liv's as a true point guard with a score first tendency. I'd say KK is a true point guard with a defense tendency. But right now it is they
mm,
don't need a score first because you give Sarah Strong and the ball, find
right.
AZ open for a shot. What am I scoring for? Yeah, I
I
mean,
So
mean
you're
KK had two big double digit games and
no, there was a
I
couple games.
yeah,
I would say
recently
there was a couple.
recently in the
I
I
will
believe
give
they were both in the Big East tournament.
I will say, even though like she's not like a true score first, I will give KK her credit that she is usually the third best scorer on that team. Usually she is
She
the
can
third.
score, yeah.
Like she
yeah,
can definitely,
absolutely.
but like
No problem.
I feel like if I'm taking like one player right now, I'm taking Liv because she legit has given people, 25, 10, and 10. Like that's why I feel like whereas KK
Yeah.
hasn't really scratched 25. Not that she because she doesn't need to. So like right this minute, just because I it's guaranteed versus well, hopefully. Next year, this conversation will be a lot different. I feel like KK. If we're talking players most opportune for a jump, I'd argue KK definitely becomes a big scorer. Like because she definitely has to be a number two option in that offense next year once you lose
Yeah, 18 points.
AZ and all them. Yeah,
Yeah.
18 point wait, it just oh yeah, 18 points in the semifinals of the Big East, I think. Yeah.
nice.
So do you think the championship game is going to be in a win by UConn in single digits or a dominant win by UConn?
It depends who they're playing. I mean, for
I'm
one,
asking
but
DJ because
Oh,
he got South Carolina and me and you got
you know,
UConn winning.
I think up
Like
until
I'm talking
Vanderbilt,
about we have
no,
our
no,
me
up
and you
until
have South
Van,
Carolina and we
I
have
will be honest. I think it will be like easily 25-point wins up until Vanderbilt. And I think from there it will get real. We will see some like legit games. I think UConn will have a 3 game stretch. Well, I'm hoping two, obviously. But if like we're talking they win, it will be a 3 game stretch, Elite Eight, Final Four championship of legit single digit. Like because they're gonna probably the draw most likely will be Vanderbilt, South Carolina, and then most likely Texas on that end.
right.
I
well,
think those will all be single digit games.
yeah.
They're pretty much
Um,
they're gonna run
Texas
the
is
SEC.
home
Thinking about it too,
too.
they're gonna run the SEC gauntlet in a
Texas
sense.
is it is so Texas is home, UConn is home, and who else is home during their first runs?
Well, they all will be all the
oh
top four
one.
seeds. All the
Oh,
top four
oh,
seeds will be home for the first 2 rounds. That's why I'm like, UConn's gonna pretty much like they're you
I need Rory to.
poor UTSA is about to get the brakes beat off of them, and
They don't
then
care. They made it to
I
go
know they
dancing.
did what they did what they're supposed to, but still, I'm just
They
And
get
I
to
you
think
guard
beat by
AD Bud
50.
and Sarah Strong.
I think about teams that are like that as a recruiting method. Like,
Mm,
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
go
Like
off and try to get
we
a better deal
get a
for
better system for next year. So that way you give
that is
yourself
real.
another, you get what I'm saying? So it's like they truly you're not winning. You know
Yeah,
that.
but
And
like
it's not
that,
even against you. It's just this is a
there's
one
levels to
UConn
this.
is
Respectfully,
right at the end of the day.
gonna get
So it's
beat
like,
by
okay,
50.
right. So it's like if you come, that's a recruit. We made it to, you know what I'm saying? March Madness.
I
We did.
guess. I guess.
And it's
I just
like,
don't. I
but
feel like I
you
wouldn't
gotta,
celebrate.
because I saw this podcast today and they were talking about how we don't ever get to see a Cinderella story because all the teams leave to NIL. I don't necessarily think of it that way.
I think what it truly just is, in all due respect, is like with I feel like like the way that women's basketball is played, it's you have legit offenses, you have legit sets, right? And I feel like
Mhm.
when you put your best players in opportunity to score, it really is just the like either you're better than us or not, and it's like either you're having a day or you're not. And I feel like with the men, with all due respect, we this game has evolved into chucking threes and playing very rough defense. I'm gonna say it like it is. And I feel like that gives you more opportunity for shenanigans. I also feel like I
agreed.
feel like then too, in all due respect, there is, I think, and it's just not to be like rude, but like I feel like with men, you do have a lot of more dudes who are like legit trying to all play basketball, and there's not much of a gap in skill per se. But I feel like with women, I feel like I just remember this from my high school because I went to a very small high school. Where you have a few people who are like, I'm trying, like you have three people like I'm trying to play, and there's other people that are like, I'm just here, and I feel like that skill gap the skill gap is just bigger. Like I feel like
But I
this.
don't necessarily feel like you need the skill gap because remember me and Gabby talked about, the blue jackrabbits, the blue rabbits, the jackrabbits. They play fundamentally sound.
But
They play
but
just
that's
very
one
good
team.
basketball and
Discipline, basketball, yeah.
they're
Fair, but
just
you're
playing
talking
very good
111 seed.
basketball.
You're talking about
I
111 seed compared to
I
it's
understand that.
like
But that's what you want to build the moment. That's the type of team you want to build when you really truly can't compete with a powerhouse. But they went on a run.
Yeah,
yeah,
and they do really well in their conference, so it doesn't matter to them
And I
because
just think when you
that's not what their goal was. Like they built
fair.
something different.
I just feel like I think from the Power Five to the rest, there's just a bigger skill gap in the women's game than there is a men's game. And I know it's not no disrespect, but just like literally March Madness in the men's has always been at like every year, one 12 seed or 13 seed always wins. Whereas like, or there's a 14 seed and a 15 seed here, and I mean two 16 seeds in the history, you know. Whereas in the women, I literally looked this up the other day. It was like one 16 in 1998 Harvard, and the 14 and 15 they've never won. That's why I'm not picking Howard, respectfully. I'm like the 14, 15 have never won.
But I just think coaches are better
Ever.
at
Like,
recruiting now. Just look at the coach from Vandy. Like getting Aubrey Galvin was a
but
steal.
that's still Power Five
No,
Well,
though.
I
you know where she
understand.
learned she knew where
Like,
you learned that
But
recruiting.
yeah, I know, Gino. But what I'm saying
look at Gabby,
is
back to
it's just
UConn.
like even on the lower seed. Look at Rhode Island. They
Fair.
jumped in the portal and it was just all about what you wanted to see and what your offense you're trying to run and what players are going to fit that offense.
Fair. I mean, oh, I'll have to leave this up to the
And you're not,
comments.
you're not, you're not, you're not. I don't want to play that doesn't feel like they could beat a team. Like if you're gonna if that you can't beat a team because at the end of the day, if you hoop, I'm beating you regardless. If I know you know what I'm saying. I'm having that mentality regardless. I'm gonna go out there and give you everything I got. Every second, I'm gonna be the dog. I'm Kennedy Cotter on the court. That's
I
why I
mean,
don't play.
fair. I feel like even though like I'm not saying give up, but just I don't feel like I'd be jumping all over the screen knowing that I pretty much signed up to most likely get beat by 50. Like that part I don't.
I'm
I
going in
just
there and I'm being a
see me in the
sponge.
camera like we gonna win, shock the world.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I'm going in there like a sponge, and I'm like, if I have to, if I'm going up in there and I'm facing Sarah Strong, and they both and UConn's about to give me a 50 piece, I'm like, yo, can I talk to you after the game?
Yeah,
Can you show me
especially
that?
if you're an underclassman.
If can you show me that move real quick? Can I like I'm perfecting my game.
Well,
I don't
well,
know
have you
maybe
seen last year the Jackrabbits? They took team pictures with UConn because and UConn even said we're a big fan of their program and just
it's
how
because
what they've done.
they it was so beautiful to see.
There's still respect.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
still,
it's
yeah.
fair. I guess I'm just being the bad guy. I'm like, the skill gap's why they shouldn't celebrate. I guess I'm being the bad guy today. I just don't get it. I just don't. But
It's
yeah.
gonna be a fun. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I mean, I just
I
want to see
hope
how
we
this
see some
first
upsets,
I
but then
really want to
again,
see
I
how
want
these
to
first
win.
two rounds go because I admit the irony that would be if I did all this, Howard won't win, and they become the first 14 seed to ever beat a 3 seed would be the funniest but sickest thing that happened to me. I'd be so mad because I was like, I had the chance to do it, and then be like school spirit, and then I didn't have school spirit, and it paid, and it just karma. I'll be hotter than fish grease. I tell you, I'll be so mad.
Don't speak it into existence now.
It's a it's a
I mean, it
Yeah,
would
you
be
just
great.
might
You might just speak it right up.
I'm
Uh,
sick.
who they face again?
never
Ohio
say never.
State. Never say never. Okay, Justin Bieber over here.
Never
Enough.
say never.
I'm excited, but then again, I'm also sad.
Because no juju.
Well, that of course that, but no, because then like it's over. Like college basketball's over.
Yeah, but we have a W season now, so we don't have to be sad
Friday
that we're not
night,
gonna have
more
that
No, I
likely.
anymore.
know, but it's like
Just got
it's
paid.
different when I watch the W. It's not the same like when I watch college women's basketball. Maybe it's because I cover them, you know, and I cover the W too, but like I this year I did the three schools, so it was kind of
Yeah,
different
you
for
was
me.
working hard.
You know
I
what
was
I
too
mean?
busy in
So
school, but you was working
so
hard.
it was different. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because watched them since
Well,
they were babies, and I don't know.
you
Babies
know
is
what?
crazy.
Well, you
You
know
know
what
what?
I mean.
We'll see. You know what they say. Smile because it happened. Don't be sad. But
I'm
all right.
excited because we
Well,
got a
yeah.
season back.
And it will
We
be
get to
back
cover
before
the
you know it.
sun. Yeah, well,
Right.
my girl's gonna be back.
And
Like
in
I
the
can't believe it's
meantime,
already March again.
I
Like I
know. Are we
oh,
going to the draft, guys?
I mean, I'm gonna try. I might have
Okay.
finals. LOL. Hashtag college stinks.
It
I'm
does
a
not stink. You're about to get that degree.
I said college
Okay.
stinks. I didn't say it stank. I done worked too hard to be
Oh,
talking
I was
about no
like, no.
stanky. No, no, no. I'll see y'all during preseason. What?
Yeah, I'm
But
excited.
anywho, I'll see. Well, we will see y'all next week, I guess, or we'll see after the round of 64 and 32. We'll have all the reactions. We will see how whose bracket's been the most busted. I'm praying it's not me.
Me too. Because I'm trying to win. I want to win.
Nope, Gabby
Um,
said it last. Maybe it will be her. No, I'm just kidding.
clearly, she beat us in everything else. So
I know all the
oh
little
my
drafts she be
gosh.
winning.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
that good at brackets though.
Okay, well, I'm hoping that
If
comes
that gives you
true.
guys some hope.
UTSA will make history. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just
yo, imagine that.
gonna get beat by 50. I'm just gonna keep doing
No,
that.
but just imagine that.
I
No,
would,
but it's not gonna happen because UConn doesn't
No,
it,
it's not gonna
my
yeah, they're
happen.
not
But
job, the way
they
my
play
job,
it hard no matter who they're playing. Some
my
teams
no,
jaw
don't
would
do
yeah,
hit
that.
the floor.
I would turn it off because what?
My jaw would hit the floor. I don't think that's gonna
I
happen.
would be so mad.
You
Like
would be.
Gabby would be hot.
She's already getting
Gabby got
mad.
riled up just the thought of them losing. She was like
They're not going to do that. They're not a team that is.
I know, yo, Gabby face got a little red just at the thought of
guys,
UConn losing.
the luxury of being in Connecticut growing up and just seeing, you know,
The
um,
greatness.
well, also with like when Brianna Stewart was there, when as soon as they announced the tournament, we were all like, "Let's celebrate a championship!" And they didn't even play one game yet because it was that bad. Like it was that bad. And when
And they
they
win
played,
four straight.
when they won, what was it? When they beat Syracuse in the national championship, everyone was like, "I don't want to watch this. Like this isn't a good game."
I mean,
Listen,
I hope it's not a blowout in the championship. I
Me
can't
too.
do that. I do not like those types of games. I want to yell, I want to scream, I want the anxiety level going crazy. That's what I want. I know
listen.
I'd be aggravated after because why would you put me through that? But that's what I want.
All,
I'm a little
all
toxic, guys, clearly.
all I'm gonna say is Gabby got it good down there in Connecticut. All I'm saying is, since 2000, there's been 26 tournaments. UConn has won 11 of them. That's a 42% chance that they win.
Yeah, only it's
And mind
everyone.
you, I'm counting this year and they haven't won yet. So it technically
Well,
could be higher.
well, because of UConn winning so many championships, there's only a 0.9%, not even 1% chance that a non-number one team will win because of like UConn's
No,
dominance.
like
That's
literally,
insane.
there's been, yeah, since 1994. I literally I had
So
look
if
this
you're
up the
not a
other
one
day.
seed, you
No,
better
it's
give
like
up
one
now.
and since 1994, it's like the 20 something whatever. UConn's won. I mean, the number one seeds run 23 of them. The two seeds won five, and like the third three seeds won once or something. Like it's literally like that's how bad it is. It's
Yeah,
like
And then
they've
UConn
won
won
more than half
11
of
of
them.
them.
yeah, and it's other 23. It's like well,
No,
UConn.
12.
It's like UConn is yeah, because technically
Last year
95.
was
Yeah,
12.
but
Yep.
since 2000 they've
12.
won 11.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah,
thought
that's what I thought.
I
That's what
But
he
like no,
said.
but I said but since like
I
the
didn't realize.
94 since they done
Oh,
season one.
94. Yep.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that did count that one. So
12.
12. But yeah,
Yeah.
out of
That's crazy.
23, 12. Are you kidding me? But I'm gonna be bold and take the field versus UConn. I'm in South and
Don't
I'll say
And when
Lady
they
worry.
Trust.
If my
and when they
girl, don't
didn't win,
worry.
And
and
I'll
when
say
they
Lady
didn't win,
Trust.
they were in like the Elite Eight or Final Four
Yeah.
anyways.
No, like they're pretty much a shoe in. It's bad. But we shall see what happens when we see you next time. Appreciate you all for coming. And as the signature sign off goes.